In April 2026, a battery charged from empty to full in 6 minutes. That is not science fiction. That actually happened in a lab in Australia. But here is what nobody is talking about yet. The company that makes Tesla's own batteries is betting against lithium right now. Their chief scientist said LFP chemistry is nearing its theoretical limit. That means the battery in your Tesla has almost nowhere left to go. Meanwhile, sodium-ion cars are already rolling off assembly lines in China today. They are cheaper to build, and they handle cold weather much better. So what happens to your Tesla's value when better batteries cost less money? Most people get this completely wrong because they only focus on range numbers. But range is not the real battle happening inside battery labs right now. The real battle is about cost, safety, and charging speed. And sodium just won the cost war before most people even noticed. Here is what makes sodium so different from the lithium in your car. Lithium is an exotic metal that comes from a few countries only. Supply chains get disrupted, and prices swing wildly with every geopolitical crisis. Sodium is literally table salt, sitting right next to your stove. It is everywhere on Earth, and it does not care about trade wars. So why did it take so long to put sodium in electric cars? Because sodium atoms are bigger and heavier than lithium atoms. That used to make them terrible for storing energy efficiently. But battery engineers kept asking the same question year after year. Could we make sodium perform well enough to actually power a car? And the answer, as of right now, is a clear yes. CATL holds 38% of the global EV battery market today. They are the single largest battery manufacturer anywhere on planet Earth. And here is the part that should worry every Tesla owner right now. CATL already supplies batteries to Tesla's factory in Shanghai as we speak. In April 2026, at their own Technology Day, something huge happened quietly. CATL's chief scientist stood up and made a statement that barely made headlines. He said, lithium iron phosphate is nearing its theoretical energy density limit. Translation for the rest of us who do not speak engineering, the chemistry that powered the entire EV revolution is running out of headroom. It literally cannot get much better than what we already have today. And the person saying that builds the batteries Tesla depends on. That is not some random analyst making predictions from a desk somewhere. That is the chief scientist of the company that dominates this entire industry. So what is CATL actually doing about their own warning about lithium? They launched a sodium-ion product with a brand name that matters now. Mass production is confirmed for the end of 2026, and that deadline is approaching fast. The first mass-produced sodium-ion passenger car was already unveiled in February 2026. It was built with Chang'an Automobile, and it is heading to market mid-year. Range figures show up to 600 kilometers once the supply chain matures fully. That is about 370 miles, which matches what Tesla sells right now. So sodium gives you competitive range without using any expensive imported lithium metal. But wait, because there is more to this story than just matching range numbers. What does sodium actually give you that lithium absolutely cannot deliver today? 3 practical things that matter to real drivers in real weather conditions. Cold weather performance is the first advantage that most people do not consider. If you have watched your Tesla's range drop 25% on a January morning, that is a lithium problem that sodium simply does not have at all. Sodium handles temperature extremes, both freezing cold and blistering hot, significantly better. That matters across most of North America, where winters are brutal and real. Safety is the second advantage, and this one could save lives in accidents. Lower fire risk makes sodium ion safer than lithium in crash situations. CATL's sodium battery was the first to pass China's new EV safety standard. That standard kicks in on July 1, 2026, and it is strict and tough. Cost is the third advantage, and this is where sodium changes the entire market. When sodium hits scale, which is happening right now, cars get cheaper to build. Cheaper to build means cheaper to buy, and that competes with your Tesla. The used car market will feel this pressure sooner than most people think. CATL's own founders said sodium could replace half of the LFP market eventually. The guy who built the company that makes Tesla's batteries said that out loud. He thinks sodium is going to eat lithium's lunch, and that is not nothing. Now let me shift to the battery technology that is even more mind-bending. Aluminum ion is the overachiever that is still in high school, but growing fast. And I want to be completely straight with you before we go further. Nobody, not Tesla, not Elon, and no major automaker has confirmed aluminum ion production. If someone told you they were putting it in a car, they were guessing at best. But what actually happened in April 2026 is real, and I have the details. A company called Graphene Manufacturing Group, or GMG, is based in Brisbane, Australia. They have been developing a graphene aluminum-ion battery with serious partners involved. The University of Queensland is working with them on the fundamental science. Rio Tinto, one of the biggest mining companies on Earth, is also invested. And their board includes someone worth paying very close attention to today. Bob Gallion is the former Chief Technology Officer of CATL itself. The same CATL we were just talking about earlier in this breakdown. The guy who helped build the largest battery company on the planet. He is now working on aluminum ion, and that should make you pause. April 15th, 2026. GMG puts out a progress update that shocked the industry. Their cells went from 26 watt-hours per kilogram in December to 49 watt-hours per kilogram just 4 months later in April. They doubled energy density in 4 months, which is almost unheard of. When charged over a full hour, they hit 101 watt-hours per kilogram. But here is where it gets absolutely wild and changes everything we know. When charged at their target fast charge rate, the time dropped dramatically. 6 minutes from empty to full on a battery that fits in a car. I need you to actually sit with that number for a moment. 6 minutes is the length of one bad country song on the radio. 6 minutes is one lap around a parking lot at a slow speed. 6 minutes is less than pumping gas at a busy station on Friday afternoon. And we are talking about empty to full on an actual electric vehicle. Bob Gallion, the former CTO of CATL, said something that matters here. He said, 6-minute charging changes how engineers think about designing a car. Right now, EVs need big battery packs to compensate for long charge times. If charging takes 6 minutes, you do not need a 100 kilowatt-hour pack. You design for rapid turnover instead of maximizing range at all costs. Smaller packs mean lighter cars, which means cheaper to build and sell. Now here is the honest part, and I truly mean every word of this. This technology sits at Battery Technology Readiness Level 4 right now. That means it works in the lab, and they are testing with real customers soon. GMG's roadmap says customer testing happens in 2026, as planned. Small commercial production is targeted for 2027 if everything goes smoothly. Will it actually hit 2027? Or will those timelines slip like they always do? These things slip all the time because manufacturing is harder than lab work. There are walls you do not see until you are in full production mode. I am not going to promise you a 6-minute charge time by next year. But here is why this matters, even if it arrives in 2028 or 2029. This battery uses aluminum foil on both electrodes and no lithium whatsoever. No lithium and no copper, which means no supply chain through China at all. Aluminum is the most abundant metal in the entire Earth's crust, by far. And there is plenty of it right here in the United States, available today. No geopolitical exposure to China in an era of trade tensions and tariffs. That is a real selling point, not just for consumers, but for automakers too. Any car company trying to build supply chains that avoid one country, they are all watching GMG and CATL very closely right now. So what does all of this actually mean for the car in your driveway today? Let us talk real numbers so you can make an informed decision. A Tesla Model 3 bought new for $47,000 in 2022. Today, that same car is worth somewhere between the mid-teens and mid-20s. That is roughly 40 to 55% gone in just 4 short years. Some of that loss comes from Tesla's own price cuts on new cars. Some of it comes from the federal EV tax credit going away in 2025. But some of it comes from the market realizing EV technology is improving fast. The market priced in the fact that batteries are not standing still anymore. Now add sodium-ion to this picture and watch what happens next. When CATL's sodium-ion cars start shipping in volume, and that is happening now, you have vehicles cheaper to build, better in cold, and safer on paper, coming in at a lower price point than a brand new Tesla today. That is direct competition for a used Model 3 sitting at $22,000. That pressure is not theoretical or some far-off future prediction. It shows up in the market 12 to 24 months from now. Aluminum ion, if the timeline holds, represents a different kind of pressure entirely. It is not about price this time, it is about psychology and expectations. Right now, the supercharger network is one of Tesla's strongest arguments for buyers. Fast, reliable, and everywhere you need it across North America and Europe. That is a legitimate advantage, and I am not going to take that away. But the moment 6-minute charging becomes the reference point in people's heads, even if it is still 2 or 3 years away from mass production, waiting 25 minutes at a supercharger just starts to feel different. It does not feel like a feature anymore. It feels like a workaround. That shift in perception affects resale value before the technology even fully arrives. People buy based on what they believe the future will look like. So, practically speaking, what does all this mean for you right now, today? If you are thinking about selling or trading in your Tesla, be honest with yourself. The window where sodium-ion has not yet pressured used EV prices is likely 2026. That window is not going to stay open forever as production ramps up. If you are buying a used Tesla right now, you should know what you are getting. The car is solid, and the supercharger network is genuinely real and reliable. Full self-driving keeps getting better, and the ecosystem around Tesla matters. But the premium you are paying over a comparable gas car needs adjustment. That premium must account for cheaper competitors with newer battery chemistry. Negotiate like you know all of this, because now you actually do know. And if you are holding long-term for 7 to 10 years, none of this changes. Your car still drives the same tomorrow morning as it did yesterday. Your battery still works and still gets you where you need to go. You are just not sitting on an appreciating asset like a classic car. You are sitting on a very good car, and there is a big difference. Let me summarize the bottom line so you have clarity and direction. Sodium ion is real and shipping now with CATL mass, producing in 2026. The first passenger cars are already out the door and on the road. Better cold weather, better safety, and lower cost all come standard. That hits the used Tesla market, not someday, but right now. Aluminum ion is coming, probably 2027 or later, with serious backers. The April 2026 numbers from GMG are legitimate and independently verified. 6-minute charging and doubled energy density backed by CATL's former CTO. When it arrives, it changes what the phrase fast charging even means. Put them together, and the battery advantage Tesla held for 10 years. That advantage is getting a lot more competitive from multiple directions. You now know more about what is coming than most car dealership employees. That is actually useful information, not just something to worry about. Stay with me because this changes everything about how you think about EVs. Write this down if you want to protect your investment in the coming years. The battery wars are just beginning, and the winners are not decided yet. But the one thing we know for sure is that lithium is no longer the only game. And that changes the math for every Tesla owner on the road. Here is a question I want you to really think about tonight. Do you think sodium ion's lower cost actually hurts Tesla's resale values directly? Comment yes if you think it does, and comment no if you think otherwise. Comment no if you believe Tesla's network and software hold the floor solid. Tell me below, because I genuinely want to hear what you think. And if this breakdown is what you came here for, you already know what to do. The next few years will determine which battery chemistry wins the EV market. But one thing is certain: the future is cheaper, faster, and more abundant. And that future is arriving sooner than most people are ready to accept.